Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jose Otero, and I'm here with Tim Geddes.
Hello, Tim Host.
And we're going to talk really quickly about this morning's really exciting news, which is that Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire
Get some remakes.
Yeah, they're getting remade. So what's up? This is why should people be excited about this?
So this is the third generation of Pokemon.
Okay.
It's coming back. So you know, Pokemon usually does this. Well, they'll release the new generation, and then they'll have a sequel one, and then the reboots.
Yeah.
They didn't do a sequel here.
No, they didn't. A lot of folks were expecting Pokemon Z to be something that would happen as the next Pokemon game, and instead they went, you know,
Pokemon X and Y 2. Like
okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, sure. But something that tied into those games for sure. And then instead, the total curveball was not just that it is a Ruby and Sapphire remake titled Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but that it's coming out in November.
Yeah, so
of
a year after X and Y came out.
Roughly, yeah, because X and Y came out on October 12th, and it sold like 4 million units in 2 days, which was
insane.
Impressive. And it's 12 million lifetime to date. It's a big deal, but why be excited?
So back to Ruby. I mean, Ruby and Sapphire, they are the highest selling Game Boy Advance game of all time. It's in 2003 when it came out. It was the second and third highest selling games of the year, next to Madden 2004.
So we expect that of Pokemon.
Yes.
Anything particularly to that brand? I don't really recall Ruby and Sapphire as well as I should.
Yeah, so they were really good games. Like the thing about them is they were different than the other ones. Like Ruby and Sapphire and Gen 3 as a whole really kind of stands out from the rest of them, just because it was the first one to go off of the Kanto region and all that stuff. Like first game had Kanto, second had Johto and Kanto, and it still had the same gym leaders, and the story of Red still kind of continued.
Yeah, it kind of continued in time.
This moved all the way to Hoenn, completely different region, and it was the first time you got a fresh experience with all new Pokemon.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of old ones in there too, but there was 135 new ones added, and most of the game focused on these new ones. Whereas Gold and Silver was the memorable ones from Red and Blue, plus more. This one really felt like a new experience, where every time you face somebody, a new Pokemon, it'd be like, oh, this is a new experience.
Sure. I would say another reason to get excited is that last time we got a remake with Soul Silver and Heart Gold, that was a really good remake. Like it had a lot of the improvements that was driving Diamond and Pearl at the time, which I thought was really good. It got the visual update that I felt it needed, and it was just fun to go back to those games, because those two to me were like the Pokemon sequel.
Gold and Silver are my favorite of the Pokemon games.
Hands down.
And the remakes are even better than that. Like they really just took everything good and just made it better and more updated and
so
fresh.
take Ruby and Sapphire and put them in Pokemon X and Y style.
That's awesome. And the thing with Ruby and Sapphire is I feel they had a lot more problems than the other Pokemon games like before it. Mainly and depending on how you look at it, it might not be a problem, but there was so much water in the world, and there was so much surfing involved.
Okay.
I hope they come up with a way to kind of remedy that a bit, and just like maybe, I don't want them to change the areas, but do something to like fix that up. And if it's done in the X and Y style, where it's like 3D gameplay, like it's not.
Sure.
I'm talking gameplay, not the.
Oh no, absolutely.
The slide.
Yeah.
Then that's going to be crazy to see so much water.
Yeah, and look at X and Y's other big improvement was stuff like, you know, just the story itself and the actual progression through single player, way faster. Through campaign, much faster. XP share, the way they revised it.
Yes.
I really hope we get that
with
this remake, for example. Like just ways to just keep it moving, get you to speed through certain areas, and that really helped. I felt Pokemon X and Y feel really fresh. Versus other, installments where it's like, wait until you get the running shoes,
and then this,
wait until you get the bike.
Well, running shoes. So Ruby and Sapphire were the first ones with the running shoes. So it was the first step towards speeding it up, and they took kind of a while to get there, but they eventually did, which was awesome. And it also was really good for its story. Like it was way more of a complex story compared to Red and Blue and Gold and Silver. And the whole Team Aqua, Team Magma, like taking over the world thing and stuff. It was different than the Team Rocket stuff. It felt more serious and like a global issue instead of just.
Factor in like the PSS system from Pokemon X and Y as well, where you can always be online, connected, have your friends show up, play against and trade with random people. That's other stuff that I want to see them expand on and build. So really excited.
Yeah, man. Ruby and Sapphire had a lot of really fun things, and there was so many legendary Pokemon in it, and like getting all of them was really great, and like it was one of the first times there was unique experiences based around getting all the different legendaries where there were story elements involved in that, and now it's like a standard on the series, even going back to the reboots of like gold and silver and stuff like that. This is exciting.
All right. Yeah. Well, tell us, why are you excited? Besides this being a way to keep the Pokemon Bank open for another year, what really excites you about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Let us know in the comments. And for more coverage on Pokemon and these remakes and all other exciting Pokemon-related news, keep it right here at IGN.